That's good, but you gotta have some senior saints in the house. Gotta have them in the house, because when your money gets spun in, you're gonna do something else with your money. Not senior saints. Senior saints gonna go in the snuff rag, gonna go under the pillow, gonna go in the coffee can. I wish I had some help in here. If you don't have a balance, you got a church that's out of order. Let me tell you what's going to happen when anything's out of order. If you had to use the restroom right now, you got up, God forbid, you're going to go out and go to the restroom in the back or front of the church, and if there's a sign on the door of the toilet when you get there, or the commode, I hope I'm saying it right. If you go to the restroom, not the bathroom, the restroom, and you see a sign that says out of order, guess what? You ain't using that restroom. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to, either if you're a male, you're going to go to the latest restroom. You're going to tell a lady, hold the door while I use the restroom. If you got an emergency now, if you're a female, you go into the men's restroom and tell a dude, hold the door while I take care of my business. You're not going to use it, because if it's a sign that says out of order, you recognize it's going to be smelly and stinky and a whole lot of other stuff. Backed up sewage, stuck tissue paper, wrapped around. I wish I had some help in here. I'm telling you, you're not going to use a commode that's out of order. Now watch this. If you got sense enough, you with your little feeble, frail, fractured, finite, pickle understanding, if you won't use a toilet that's out of order, how much more do you think the Lord is going to use a church that's out of order? Oh, no. And the Lord's not going to use a church that's out of order, and you starting to wonder why our young people are leaving our African-American churches, going across town, worshiping with their churches. I want to tell you why. Because a lot of our churches are out of order. Can I help you get back in order? First of all, I think I need to tell you this. Jesus Christ is our model, our mentor, and our motivator to do whatever we want to do. If you want to know how to do something today, go back and watch how Jesus did when he first organized what he did. And he was the one who organized the church in the book of Acts, the infant church. And the church at her birth was the church at her best. So if you want to know how the Lord wants new Christian to operate, new life to operate, go back and watch how Jesus did it. First of all, he was our model. A model is someone who does what they do and they know how to do it. He's our mentor. A mentor is someone who does what they do. They know why they do it. He's our motivator. A motivator is somebody who can get you to model and mentor. I'll say it again. He's our model. You know what a model does. Walks down the red carpet and they know how to do it. They know when to walk, when to not talk. They know how to swag. Matter of fact, let me say it this way. On my mama, on my hood, I look fly. Now, they know how to do it. They know how to do it. They know how to walk. They know how to model. They know how to mentor. Matter of fact, they know how to motivate. Watch this. Jesus in the Bible is known, watch this, as a preacher 143 times. But he's known as a teacher 217 times. Which is a way of saying Jesus taught more than he preached. Our problem in the black church, we like to preach more than we teach. And you wonder why they're going across town? Because that preacher is teaching more than he preaching. Now since y'all got quiet on me, you giving me testimony and fuel to my sermon. I think I need to pause there because some of you looked at me strangely. That's the problem. We got too much inspiration and not enough information. And folk nowadays are seeking churches that are fueling and feeding congregants with information and less inspiration, because inspiration don't get out about 7:30 tonight, but information going all week long, at your job tomorrow, at your school tomorrow, in your relationship tomorrow. I wish I had some help. And I submit to you, we got to get our church back in order. Pastor, I said I wasn't going to be long, but I need to put a pin right there. Listen, I want to ask you a question. Why is it that we come to church and leave church not knowing any more than when we came to church? And since I don't want to be guilty of what I'm preaching about, let me just pause right there and say, if you're going to have some young folk in church, senior citizens, you can't be mad because they don't have church like you have church. You got to let them loose sometimes. You got to let them clap real loud. If they want to dance up in here, let them dance up in here. Listen, you tired? Go on, sit down. But don't get mad at them for wanting to get on the dance floor. I wish I had some help in here. Don't be frowning up, googly-eyed, side-eyed them because they can lift their hands way on up in the air and arthritis has dwindled yours right on back down. Don't get mad at them because they jumping up in church and you can't jump no more. Listen, don't get mad at them because they side to side and you back and forward. Don't get mad at them. There has to be a balance